Ladies and gentlemen, we would now move on to the next presentation session, which comes from a very senior speaker, the conference, Dr. Areej Shafai, the Deputy Director and Associate Professor at the UBT Executive Education in Jeddah, representing University of Business and Technology. She will be talking for the next 20 minutes the digitization and optimization of international certifications and qualifications. Dr. Arij, you may unmute. You can share your screen, your presentation. It is all yours. The next 20 minutes is all yours, madam.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Fahad, and thank you for giving me this opportunity to just take part of in the Saudi Education Technology Summit. All right, let me just start by sharing the screen from my side. Okay, so today, inshallah, I will take you through the digitization and optimization of international certifications and qualifications. And in today's presentation, we are covering different areas, three main areas when it comes to certification, the importance of certifications and qualifications, and why people are seeking to such certifications to upgrade their profile and just to advance in their career, and how to choose the right certifications for you. Thousands of certifications are available out there, so how to choose the one that is appropriate and that is helpful, that help you to reach out to your destination. And of course, as we are delivering the online training and online learning, we need to make sure that we are delivering at the peak of the quality and the performance, and how to gain satisfaction from our customers and learners. So I will start with this sentence. Being qualified to perform a certain job and being certified to perform the tasks of that job are two different things. People sometimes are still confused between the term certification and the term qualification, believing they are the same. It's absolutely not. The certification simply, it's an investment, it's a commitment to earn a recognition to endorse one's qualification, right? So it's the physical document, it's something tangible that we can hand it over, or we can hand it and touch it. It simply says that we have done something to test our abilities and our knowledge to be competent to do a specific task, right? As for the qualification, it's a little bit a bigger umbrella. It's the beautiful combination of the knowledge, of the skills, and of the abilities that together will make you qualified to do a specific job. So the qualification is not something tangible. It's more about the accomplishment that you have accomplished to make you eligible and qualified to do that job, right? So for the qualification, it has no recertification component. It's either valid for life, or sometimes it requires you to take or to repeat specific assessment, or to engage in a specific experience to keep you qualified for that job. Are we really want to get a certification or a certificate? Because there's absolutely two different processes. Each one has its own process, its own requirements. As for the certificate, it's given to a person upon completing a specific course. So it's given to you if you complete or attended a specific course, a specific workshop, and it has no assessment, it has no examination and nothing, right? As for the certification, it's more a serious process, I would say. It involves the training, it involves the assessment. You need to take the assessment and pass the exam in order to be certified. So yes, it has component of the certification and recertification, and after 2 or 3 or 5 years, it depends, you need to recertify yourself to keep you updated to that knowledge. And you will enjoy the recognition and the letters next to your name for the certifications, which is not the case for the certificate. So why is it something important? What the difference that the certification really make in our profile and in our CV? Earning a certification simply means that your skills and knowledge are being verified, right? Employability. According to different certifying bodies, particularly the HRCI, 93% from the Fortune 500 companies, they hire and employ the professionals with HRCI certification international certifications. So the employability chance for job seekers who have certifications in their profile are much higher than those without certification. Up-to-date knowledge. Earning certification help you to be up to date and to update and to sharpen your skills and your knowledge as the with the latest technologies, with the latest techniques, with the latest trends that are being used in the market and in the industries. Noting that the material and the content and the exam are updated every year by the certifying body, just to make sure it includes the latest trends and the latest practices in the market. And we have here the promotion and salary increase. Again, according to Digital Marketing Institute, 81% from those people who got certified get promoted as well. And 52% get their salaries increased. And I will just give an example from the practice and from the experience in executive education, as we appreciate and always keen to keep the communication open with the delegates even after they took the program. A lot of participants get back to us saying that after they get the certification, they either get promoted, their salaries increase, or they get much better opportunities elsewhere. So it's always an advancement to their career. And exclusive network. Of course, when we are engaged in the training experience, we are among those certified and professional and successful people when we can share, express, exchange ideas and insights. We are surround ourselves with the successful people. One day we'll become successful as well, because in somehow we are affected by those who are around us, right? For the recognition, of course, earning a certification, you will enjoy this letter and this designation after the name. So for example, Areej Shafai, comma, just like the PhD, comma, and like CICM, APHRI. So as many recognition, as many designation that I have, I become more qualified in that job. So it becomes part of my name. It's my image to the market. So this is why the certifications are very significant. It's an added value, it's an upgrade to the profile and to the career advancement. Thousands of certificates are available out there, and it's very challenging to choose the one that is perfectly match you very well. First, we need to understand the value and to feel the value and the importance of the certification. It's really an added value to you, it's an upgrade to you, right? Determining whether a particular certification fit within your career goals. Everyone has their own career goals. I have my vision. I have my last destination. I'm working hard. I'm building myself to reach that destination. Does really earning the certification help me to reach to my destination and to my goal? It's a big question need to be asked. Choosing the certification that will increase chances for employability and employment. It's very smart to search and to look where the market is headed in the future. Earn the knowledge and the certification that distinguish your profile among others. That is, earn the knowledge that is looked for from the employers. See what the employers are looking for and distinguish yourself from those who are around you, right? And exploring certification program carefully. Each certification has its own requirement, its own eligibility, required education, required experience. Each one has like the duration time, the cost, and all those details. So we need to make our homework. We need to do our homework and to make search, compare between the certifications, make sure what match you and what fits you well, right? This will help us to really select the certification that is appropriate and that is helpful for us. And of course, the examination time as well. For some certification, the participants have about a year to take the exam. So they can take the exam anytime within that year. And for other certification, they only have few days or a week. So make sure to take a look at the exam validity as well, and just to collect the full picture and the details about the program. That will help you to take that decision. Choosing the right form of online training. In this age of technological advancement, everything can possibly be done online. The advancement of online education and online learning had just made it possible to anyone in the world with very busy schedule, with very lives, with limited flexibility to engage in quality education and learning. Um, Online education just like a buffet. We cannot just ignore it. We will choose the food and the dishes that satisfy our appetite. It's the exact thing with the online training. We will fill out our plate with the methods, with the forms that meet our needs, right? So, but each dish, of course, has its own flavor, its own taste, and its own needs. After I've done a lot of readings, this is the conclusion in a very simple way to divide the form of the online training as this chart shows. So for the methods of online training, we have either e-learning and we have the blended learning. As for the e-learning, when the full and the entire process is entirely automated online, it's 100% online. It depends. If we are really seeking to an audience from different places and it requires them to be at the same times together, webinar and virtual training with live streaming are a good option, right? For the e-learning, we have the webinar or we have the virtual training streaming. It's absolutely different process. Why? The webinar, it's a one-way communication. So the lecturer actually giving uh, broad information and broadcasting information about the big topic to the very large number of audience. It could be from 10 until 10,000 attendees. So the time limited or the limit time for the webinar from 45 minutes until 60 minutes, so in about an hour. Otherwise, the attendees will lose attention for the long, one-way communication and conversation. For the virtual training with live streaming, this method, it gives really true experience, true learning experience, because it's more interactive, more dynamic, and more engaging. How? The number of attendees is limited to 20. So 20 attendees as the maximum number for virtual training. The participants are engaged, participate, talk, share, network, speak. So the engagement level and the contribution level is very high because it's not one-way communication, it's both ways, from the trainer's side and from the participant side. So this is for the e-learning. And of course, we all are familiar with the advantages of e-learning and the flexibilities. People are always appreciate the flexibilities when it comes to take training at their own pace and at their own schedule. For the blended learning, we have this beautiful combination between the online component and the physical component as well. So the majority of work is done online, but the participants still required to be physical and take physical let's say activity, hands-on activity, when they need to interact, to engage and speak with their peers, with other individuals, with other delegates. So we have this, the engagement part, the dynamic part. So when we blend those two methods, then we have the blended learning. As we are delivering everything online, we need to make sure of the quality of the process. When we are thinking of qualified or of quality online training, we need to think of two main components or two main factors. The first one is the technological advances, and the second one is the customer expectations. There must be a huge investment in technology, but what about the customer expectations? What about the customer satisfaction? Are we really up to it, up to the standards to transfer and to shift the customers and the participants from the traditional way of learning to online learning? Are we up to that standards? Are we really meeting those expectations and gain satisfactions of the customer? This is very essential questions that need to be asked, because at the end, it's an experience. Designing high impact online courses that support delegate learning. Within education, the term high impact refers back to the experience, to the engagement, contribution, talking, sharing, and just exchanging. It's a journey. It's a journey starting from the first time when they register to the course, when they attend the course, talk, share, ask, until they take the assessment. It's the full journey. So we need to make sure that we enrich this experience, this journey, because it will be either unforgettable or regrettable the rest of their life, right? Seeking feedback throughout experience. As an old saying says that, straight from the horse's mouth. No one in a better position to give us what's really going on the training and what went well, what needs to be improved than the participants themselves. Because they are the one who are engaged in the real experience, and we should seek to that feedback from them before, during, and after the training as well. Trainers' credential selection and training. The effectiveness of online training relies heavily on the trainer's qualification. Not every trainers are qualified enough to deliver online training. Three main conditions need to be met in selecting the trainers for delivering online training. First of all, they need to be live and active practitioners in their field, right? Not retired professionals and not PhD holders, because here we don't need like the academic mindset. We need those people who really practice the let's say the tasks and see exactly what's going on in the real life situation. And the second condition is they need to be certified from the highest certifying body, from the highest level in the program they are delivering. Even if they are delivering foundation or entry level, they must be certified in the senior level in that field, let's say. And the third one, they must feel at ease in using the online platform, online using the online platform, be familiar with the features, with the tools, how to put participants in a group, how to share videos, how to share document, how to use the whiteboard. All those features, they must be familiar of how to use them to reach to the peak of the engagement. Learner performance, to evaluate the performance of the learners after taking the course. We need to look at the reaction and the learning and the behavior and the result. As for the reaction, we need to measure the contribution, we need to measure the interaction, and just the overall feedback from the participant around about the training. For the learning, what they have learned, what they haven't learned. For the behavior, if they really apply what they have learned in real life scenario that encourages them to change some of their behaviors. And of course, the last one is the the overall result and outcomes, which we call the return on investment. Is the training or the course has a direct impact in their overall outcomes and results. And last but not least, for the online training, the technology is the risk by itself. The system is never perfected. And for the online education in general, and the training in particular, it still remains an unproven experiment. So we need to ask ourselves several questions. How much do we trust the platform that we are using to deliver the training? How much the data of the participant are secured and safe in that platform? The risk is always there. It might happen, it might not happen, but we need to be prepared in contingencies plan or the plan B in such situations arise. The case or the practice that we've done in UBT Executive Education, we always have what we call the risk register. So whenever we face situations, even regarding the system or regarding the experience itself, we write it down. We take notes. So we identify the risk, we give it description, the causes, the reasons, and the possible responses and solutions. Whenever similar situations and issues are raised, we know exactly what to do. So the risk is always there. We need to be prepared. We need to be careful with using technology and just to deliver it as the ultimate level of the delivery. At the end, certification, it's a worthy investment. It's something distinguish ourselves from others who are around the market around us. Thank you very much for your time and for listening. If you have any questions, I'll be more than happy to answer them. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Areej. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Wonderful question. In fact, if I may request you to close your screen share, I can see the panel for the next session entering the room. But I have one question for you. And you have stressed, I mean, like the entire presentation was about certification.
Yeah,
And my question is that, and I don't disagree with certifications, it gives you an extra quality skill set. Why go for degrees?
of course. Why?
why
Why?
go for
What? I'm sorry.
why go for degrees when certifications are the ideal options? You've clearly mentioned that the
Right.
certification,
Right.
a teacher for the certification should not be a PhD holder or an old school thought person. It has to be someone who is practicing, a practicing leader. That person is qualified
Yeah, exactly.
to be the teacher. So why should we go ahead and invest in degrees?
Right. So as I said, Mr. Fahad, it's a qualification. So everything it builds to each other. So when we have this education background and this experience and background and this international certification, we are building something very beautiful that represents our image to the market. So it complements each other. Right.
Great, superb, superb. Dr. Areej, thank you very much.
Thank
You
you
are
very much.
to the entire audience. I would like to inform all of you that Dr. Areej, she is available on the platform. You can network with her, interact with her. The platform, it is live until the 16th of November. Do engage in conversations with Dr. Areej. She is easily available on the platform. To be precise, the networking lounge, it will open after the conference is over, but right now we have two more sessions back to back. One is a very enthusiastic discussion on school, and another is a presentation from the gold sponsor. Thank you very much, Dr. Areej.
Thank
I
you
mean,
very much.
thank you very much.